My name is Tekomti Katie. I'm a mother of two children. We came to this church it's because my son started attending the Bible study, and we were impressed with the teachings that we listened to. So that's how we visited. But upon coming to this church, our lives have never been the same, honestly. And I remember after a few days of coming, my first encounter, it was when the church was going through fasting and prayer. I wanted more closer relationship with God. And I went out and the pastor said, hold my hand while she was praying. She stretched her hand. She just said she touched her hand. And it was electric, went through me from the pastor, for Pastor Christine, and I couldn't stand. I was like shaking. But when I went out first, I was reluctant, like nothing gonna happen. But when I went up and she was praying and she said I should hold her wrist and I held it, it was like fire. I couldn't stand to my feet and I was just weeping, and the power of God, it was so, so strong upon me that day. And that day, things that I struggle with that would normally just get me angry, and before then, I'm a Christian, but sometimes I would like swear when I'm stressed. But from that day, it's like my mouth, my tongue, before I could even say anything, even in my heart to think about swearing, it's like, it was just like somebody is really, really reminding me, don't. But I know it's the Holy Spirit. But it's become so, so strong and so, so like evident, like somebody is reminding me in my heart. And so, but since that time, it's like when I'm angry, swearing is the last thing, that will come from my mouth. So, but since that time, it's like it just disappeared. Honestly, the swearing, occasional swearing, and taking my time, it was getting like used to me. Oh, Christian can swear sometimes. But and I've used to pray to God. I said, God, I'm not supposed to swear. I wasn't like this before. So much anger and stress. But from that day, no more swearing. Visible evidence from that day that I've seen in my life is that from that day, swearing was gone. And when I was crying, it was like I felt something left. Just like that, something actually left that day. I felt so, so light. Actual burning, I felt lifted up that day when I stood over there. From that day, my life is just like progressing my prayer life that I was struggling with. I'm finding time now to build up my prayer altar and everything. My desire it has been for fire, to serve God with fire, for God to kill my flesh, for God to kill my flesh. And that day when Pastor called to say that if you want to like die for Christ, not literally, not literally, but like crucify your flesh for God, die to sin, die to self. And before I came that day, for days it had been my prayer. I've been crying to God, crying to God, crying to God. So that day I just took the opportunity. It was me she was talking to. It was like she was literally talking to me, know my cry that I've been crying to God. And I just took that opportunity. And funny enough, before I came that day, my husband had annoyed me, and the devil said, don't go. You are angry. Yeah, don't go. It's his fault now. You're not going to go. Just lie down. And I took off my clothes and literally lie back in my bed. Then I got a special needs son with my son just got so, so upset. So I look at him. I knew he was really, really upset and really sad. So because of him, I put on my clothes and I came. But that experience, I said, my God, Satan was going to rob me of this today. I got scared. I literally got scared after that experience. I said, my God, this is how it's so easy for the devil to hold you in bondage, to make you to miss. I was going to miss it that night. If I say thank you to Pastor Christine, it will not be enough. No. Or if I say thank you to God, it will not be enough. Because I'm coming to this ministry, this is something that we've been wishing for, but never knew that it was right near us, right in our nose, right in Bedford. And it's like you want more every time. You want more. It's like when it's Bibles or when it's Wednesday prayer meeting, it's not enough. It's like the time is not enough. Yeah, it's like you wanted to just go on and just go on, because every time you come, you get so filled. Every time you come, there's something is broken. you're not the same. There's growth, there's impartation every time you come. It make you hungry for God. Pastor Christine, she really challenge you, she really push you, she really make God to be the great God that He is. She really make you to see that there is nothing that God cannot do. Every time when she open her mouth, it's like a challenge. It's like, God can do this for me. It's like, I can do this and stuff like that. Yeah. So happy coming to this church. Mm.